Activision devs do not play their own game.
3,000 devs can't figure out how to add a reconnect feature to a AAA title, I guess. I don't know.
Because Infinity Ward doesn't tell their consumers anything.
Maybe that'll take some of the sweats away from Shoot House.
You can cope about that, for sure.
Thanks for tweeting, at least. Thanks for doing more than Infinity Ward has done. They just keep tweeting about the soccer bundles in the store.
Things that are bad. We got a couple words. Why don't you kick it off, Tanner?
This is going to be a longer section than the first part you guys heard.
Change it, obviously, of course. I own a Wooting keyboard, and we are live, boys and girls. Welcome to the Dropshot Call of Duty podcast, episode number 371. My name is Casey, also known as Razinon. Today, once again, rocking the shorts blanket combo. It's a new blanket, though. This blanket looks like the most cozy blanket you've used on stream yet. Is Tanner?
It was the same one I used last time.
Is it?
Yeah, same exact
you
one.
Just flip it on the other side or something?
Nope. It's the same blanket. I don't know. It's the same on both sides.
Weird. Yeah, I guess my co-host is conducting psyops on me also. So anyway, welcome to the show.
Okay.
Today we are doing a podcast episode. Now, I know the title of this podcast is the Dropshot a Call of Duty podcast. And today it might be about COD, sort of. Because we're doing Q&A.
God, I hope not.
Yeah, I hope it's not about this game anyway.
We're skipping COD questions if there are any. Yeah, I'm not answering any.
No, that's not true. Stop. If you're a new listener, listen. Here's the deal with Q&A episodes, okay? You guys, we have in our Discord, which you can join. The link is everywhere. Join the fucking Discord. Yeah, we have a Q&A questions channel where anyone can ask us questions about anything. Doesn't mean we're going to answer it, but it means we might answer it if it's a good question when we do these episodes. So some of the questions and the answers will be related to video games or Call of Duty specifically. Some of them won't be. So if you are like a COD only listener, then you've been warned. Not all of the questions are going to be about COD today, but some of them might. Some of them probably will be. But yeah, keep in mind, this is not going to be a strictly Call of Duty focused episode, number one. Number two, speaking of Q&As, on our Patreon, patreon.com/thedropshot. Free trials are still available, but not for long, by the way.
Yeah, no, running out of time there.
Just for October, so figure it out. For our platinum and above patrons, our patron Q&A just went live. About an hour, 40 minutes. It went well. I enjoyed it. I had fun. It was a good time. And that's now live if you're platinum or above. So, yeah, to all of you guys, just to let you know, that's a thing as well.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, once again for the Patreon, as far as gold episodes and all of our Call of Duty content goes there, we've gotten them all out already. So you could become a free trial patron and immediately listen to parts 1 and 2 of our multiplayer deep dive regarding MW3, as well as MW3 Zombies. Those were our 3 bonus episodes, probably about 6 hours total, that we did this month. And next month, just once again, because I know we've gotten a lot of new patrons lately, you guys joined at the perfect time. And if you've been thinking about joining the Patreon, it's always best, I would say, you're always going to get max value doing it now, like right before or on the month that the new game is going to come out.
The video game
because there is so much content that we are going to cover, and it's like almost overwhelming how many topics we have and episode ideas we're going to have. Publicly on Saturdays, we're going to have a bunch of crazy shit. And then on Patreon as well, bonus episodes, we're going to have a ton of crazy shit. I'm sure we're going to soon. Some of the topics we will be covering next month, for example. the camo grinding tips, early camo grinding tips, multiplayer brainstorms, what perk setup is the best actually, which ones aren't worth running, etc. Maybe like a nuke tips thing, probably not in November, but we have historically done once a year, usually, a nuke tips multiplayer episode. And those are, I really like doing those because even if you're not good enough to get a nuke in multiplayer, all of the tips are still relevant because getting a nuke is just getting a 30 kill streak. So if you can't get to 30, but you listen to the episode, it's still just, it's ultimately actually an episode on how to get as many kills without dying as possible. So it still like has utility for everyone in multiplayer. I really like doing those episodes. Warzone, not really going to be talking much about that next month. Not going to be talking about it probably at all, actually, because the integration doesn't happen next month. But zombies as well. I think that happens on launch, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So there's going to be an absolute
I forgot about that.
Of content and topics and ideas we can get into next month. Next month is going to be absolutely popping at the Dropshot podcast. So with all of that in mind, today we're doing Q&A for exactly that reason. We're not going to have space to do a Q&A episode for probably 2 months after this. There's going to be too much to talk about on Saturday episodes of like COD related content. But since, you know, we don't have anything to talk about yet, we're going to squeeze in a little Q&A. So that's what we're doing. So other than that, I don't think we have any other announcements.
Schedule may be different next week, so I think the campaign comes out Thursday, so I'm not sure what we're doing for that. If we'll do the pod on Wednesday or what, I don't really know yet. They haven't even...
Good point.
It comes out next Thursday, I think. They haven't even released a blog post or anything. I expected one of those this Thursday, and we got nothing, so I don't really know. So just be in the Discord or Twitter. We'll let you guys know what's going on.
Yes, true. Yeah, we might change things up a little bit. I'm going to want to play the campaign pretty much right when it comes out. So, yeah, we might shift things around a little bit. We also had our Damascus hangout last night, by the way, which was really fun. So, for all you Damascus patrons who came out, thanks for joining us. Just talked. I drank some Japanese whiskey. Talked about, I don't know, a bunch of bullshit. Then we got into the Israel-Palestine
that must have been fun.
Debacle. It was fun, actually. Yeah. I was up pretty late. And then, yeah. So, anyway, we do monthly hangouts for our Damascus patrons. Let's get into this bitch. What do you say?
Yeah.
Q&A. So, first question here is from August 19th of this year. We are not far behind.
No, but I think we had asked for questions last time. That's why there are all of a sudden a bunch of questions right after this. Yeah. Like the next day has like 12 questions. So we've got plenty. We're not going to run out.
Yeah. So Sock Collector asks, thanks. What's the best season and why is it fall?
Yeah. I go back and forth. They're both good. I mean, obviously
both,
between fall and winter, of course, the only two that matter. Yeah. So for us, fall isn't anything too special because we don't get like the pretty trees or anything here. Nothing changes. Some of the leaves fall off, but the leaf color doesn't change. They just die and fall off. Some of them.
I would venture to say fall in Southern California is actually hotter than summer. In fact.
Yeah, when did fall actually start?
I think fall is September, October, November. I don't know when the fucking like
the first day of fall is September 22nd.
Okay.
Yeah, it usually is, but actually this last month it hasn't been that hot, but often it is. Yeah, it's usually pretty much for Southern California. Halloween is the turning point. Halloween is a turning point. That's when it finally starts to get cool. Yeah.
Yeah, September's like the hottest month in Southern California.
Yeah, so it definitely is more based on where you live. For me, I guess it is winter just because I like when it rains and it doesn't really like. I think our most rainy month is February or March, so we've got like a ways to go. But fall's when it kind of starts changing, starts to get cooler, so you like that part when you're coming off that summer heat. But yeah, ultimately for me, it's winter. I think fall's great though. Fall's a great close second.
Yeah, this is, like you said, this has got to depend on where you live. Because if I lived in fucking Minnesota, I would be saying summer because I can go outside and not freeze to death.
Yeah.
But, I lived in California for 30 years, so summer was awful, dog shit, trash. And fall was also awful, dog shit, trash. Because it was blisteringly, unrelentingly hot forever for days at a time with no breaks, including at night. There wasn't a break at night. Oh, it's September 28th at 1 a.m. At least it's cooled down. No, it hasn't. It's 78 degrees outside. Maybe. Or hotter. It's disgusting. It's disgusting. And it sucks balls. And those seasons are shit as a result of that. Obviously, and also we're not children. I don't care about summer. School's off. I'm neither a child nor a teacher. Both of all of whom, by the way, have about the same IQ. Keep that in mind. So I don't give a fuck about that. So yeah, fuck summer and fuck fall also. It's all about winter. Winter also has Christmas, by the way. I don't know if we're forgetting that. But winter has the most goated with the cum holiday.
Yeah, it's true.
Christmas. So let's not forget about that. It has to be winter. It's gotta be winter.
Yeah.
Where we live.
If you answer summer, yeah, there's something wrong with you. I don't know.
Decolonize yourself.
Yeah, summer's not great. Summer's really bad.
The only reason people like summer so much is because they peaked in high school. And in high school, summer is the best season because that's the season you don't have to go to school. But their brains are stuck in that frame of mind. So they just pretend summer's the best season even though they don't have to go to school anymore. And maybe they should have to go to school some more if they think that, but they don't.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Summer sucks too because if you try to go on, if you don't have kids, you can't go on you can't go on vacation during the summer because every single person is there with their whole shit family and all their shit little kids, ruining everyone's vacation.
That's a great point.
Yeah. So summer just sucks. Yeah.
Yeah, that's an excellent point. I'm glad you brought that up.
We can't go off-roading or do any of the outdoor stuff here during the summer because it's too fucking hot. I'm not a white drug addict piece of shit, so I'm not going to the beach to surf or anything. So it's just stress. Summer just sucks. It's a dog shit. Like even Big Bear, spring and fall are way better in Big Bear than the summer. Yeah, fuck the summer. I wish it didn't exist.
The kids being off school, they just infect every aspect of life for adults. So yeah, you can't go on vacations, of course. Can't go to theme parks. Can't go to water parks. Can't get on the freeway because there's just more traffic now. Because these little fucking kids aren't locked in a building like they should be.
Children should be locked in a building year round, yeah. Against their will. Against their parents' will, too.
Well, restaurants are more crowded, and there are children in them. So, I don't hate kids or anything, by the way, but I do hate overcrowdedness. And that pisses me off. I don't like extra traffic. Oh, it takes me 2 hours to drive to LA? Well, now it takes me fucking 3. Because there are kids out of school and everyone's going to fucking, I don't know, the Staples Center or whatever.
Yeah. Oh, hey, it's July. Let's go to Huntington Beach. Nope. There are hundreds of thousands of people there with their kids. Nope. You can't do anything during the summer. You just sit in your air-conditioned home and you don't leave because everything is ruined in the summer.
And the problem is, I can't go outside because it's entirely too crowded. I'll just game. I'll just have a fun multiplayer gaming experience. Oops. The kids have infested that too. They're on their scuffs and their Ritalin prescriptions at fucking 12 p.m. when they should be at school, but they're not because it's summer. And they're fucking your ass online too.
Yeah.
You can't escape them.
Yep.
Yeah, summer is dog shit. Yeah.
It's not good. Yeah, summer's not good at all. Yeah. It's like so much, like everything's more expensive because the kids are out of school and they know the families are going to pay and still go on vacation because that's the only time they have. So the prices are fucking outrageous. Yeah. We figured that out when my aunt and uncle took us to Hawaii. The flights are double the price in the summer. I'm like, oh my God. Yeah. And literally the only person that trip was based around, it had to be the summer, was for my sister. Everyone else could have gone any other time of the year, you know?
And what does your sister do, by the way?
Yeah, teacher, yeah.
Of course.
So we had to go during the summer.
A dog shit profession, yeah.
Everyone else is either retired, unemployed, their job is fake, etc. So.
Right. Yep. So, yeah, thanks.
Yeah, summer sucks ass, man.
Thanks, kids.
Summer's so bad.
Summer is shit.
What do you hate more, hackers or children? Yeah, that's...
It's not children's fault. That's the thing. We got to remember that. But still, I don't want them ruining my life just because they have a break from school. Do they need a break? Do kids need summer break? Because teachers certainly don't need 3 months off that they get paid for. That's obviously true. Do the kids need a break? Maybe not.
I mean, they don't technically get paid for it. They don't technically get a paycheck all summer.
Aren't teachers normally on salary?
I don't know, but I know they don't get paid during the summer. So no, I guess
I don't know how salary works, so I don't
know what theirs is. Yeah.
If you have a salary,
it's certainly not hourly, so it's some sort of contract deal. Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah, my understanding of what a salary is you just if your salary is like whatever. Let's say, because I don't want to do math right now. Let's say your salary is $24,000 a year. I thought that just meant you get $2,000 paycheck every month, whether you worked a million hours that month or zero. So in that case, they kind of do get paid for summer.
Yeah,
but not really.
Yeah, they don't get a paycheck for those months though. Yeah. So, guess they don't.
Huh. Yeah, whatever. It doesn't matter. Teachers, fuck teachers. Let's move on. Let's see. This is an interesting one from JKN. If you had to eat one meal every day for a year, what meal would you choose? You can't change any ingredients. I'll get to pick the meal, so... But once you pick it, you're stuck with it for a year. Yeah. Okay.
I think right now I'm on a creamy sausage rigatoni kick. So I think I want that pasta for a year. Yeah. I think that's what I go for.
That's way too flavorful. You're going to ruin that for yourself, man.
Everything's going to be ruined if it's a year. Yeah.
I'm thinking like oatmeal.
I can't have oatmeal 3 days in a row because I get sick of it. So absolutely not. No.
Oh, really?
Oatmeal,
yeah, I never get sick of oatmeal. It doesn't have enough flavor for me to get sick of. That's kind of why I'm picking it.
Well, you get bored of it and you don't want it because it doesn't have flavor.
Well, he didn't say that's your only meal. It's just that you have to eat that meal every day. So you'd have like oatmeal for breakfast and then whatever you want for the rest of your meals, like dinner. If it was like you have to eat one meal and only one meal every day
I'm sure
for
that's
a year,
what he meant. That's what I'm
That
thinking
is
it is.
Much harder because then it's not oatmeal. You're right.
Yeah.
Then it's probably, I might actually say fucking like rigatoni with butter. And that's it. Like actually.
Really?
Oh, Alex just said rigatoni is his shit. Oh, you brought up rigatoni. That's why.
Yeah.
Yeah. That might be what I would do. Or, if I wanted to be real healthy, fucking ribeye steak.
Yeah, that'd be a good one.
Go keto for a year. You don't really get sick of steak. You just get bored of it. You know? Yeah, that'd be tough. I'd have to think about that.
Yeah, steak, some sort of burger, like pepperoni pizza. Those would all be in there. I don't know. They're all up there.
Yeah. Anyway, let's go on.
Thanksgiving dinner every day for a year. Yeah.
Oh my God. Yeah, you could just choose a meal that has like 8 sides and like loophole it.
Yeah, that's a loophole. All right.
Yeah. A 31 course tasting menu from fucking some Michelin star restaurant. Anyway, Steel Switch, should overhead kill streaks be removed from shipment? I feel they add too much chaos even for players on the same team.
Yes, of course, but it doesn't matter. They'll never do it. Yes, though they do not belong in shipment whatsoever. Yeah, streaks absolutely ruin shipment.
Yeah, they do.
But yeah, it doesn't matter. They're staying there. That's why I hate shipment. It's primarily due to streaks and lethals. And also in recent CODs, the shotgun riot shield combo also just completely ruined it. But it used to just be streaks. Streaks and lethals is what ruined it. Now it's numerous things. Shipment has only gotten worse as time goes on with all the cheese they add to the game. Yeah, like back in COD 4, it was miserable because of the streaks.
Mm-hmm.
So, and now it's miserable because of the streaks, the riot shield, the shotguns, all the fire ammunition. You can't see anything. Yeah, it's really bad.
Yeah, I love when you call a VTOL on shipment. You know how you have to pick where it deploys?
Mm-hmm.
You don't have to on shipment. There's only one place it can go. Like the deployment is like the area of the whole fucking map.
Yeah.
It's like, all right, I'll just put the VTOL here. All the same. It just farms. Anyway. Let's see. JKN, have you ever used a slang term ironically so often it becomes a part of your everyday lingo? That's every single slang term I've ever used. That's how it goes. Yeah. I start by using it ironically, and then I start using it unironically. That always is... I don't think I've started using a slang term unironically from the jump. It's always ironic, and then I'm like trapped by it. And then it's like, it's not unironic, it becomes like post-ironic, if you will. But yeah, that's always how it is.
Yeah, there are a lot of dumb things you start saying, like, I don't know, like dog, chief, things like that, and then you just actually keep using it. You know it's a dog shit word. You don't want to use it. You just, I don't know, it just kind of sticks.
It just sucks you in, yeah. Mm-hmm. True. Yeah. With your new supercomputer, do you now get the most FPS in the Discord? I sure do. JKN. I do.
He doesn't.
And if I don't, it's because people get more frames than me by playing on 720p. And I play on 1440p at 240 hertz, by the way. So, you know, hey, yeah, I could downscale to 720p and outframe you still. Yeah, I could.
Yeah, no, I choose not to. There were some people talking about it. There were people on 1440 getting higher FPS than you easily.
No, there weren't.
Your frames didn't even go up that much. You need a new GPU.
Documents?
It's in the Discord. It's in the Discord. Documents? There are plenty of documents in the Discord.
I don't think you have the documents, in fact. No, that's not true.
Yeah.
It's not true. And there certainly isn't evidence in Discord. So
yeah.
If you post any, I'll delete it. Let's see. What
are your thoughts on Meatloaf? The food, not Tanner from Kogaz. Meatloaf's great. I've
never had it.
What? Huh? You've never just had a loaf of meat? Are you serious?
Nope, I don't really know what it is, but I've never had it.
Meatloaf
what is it? Tell me about meatloaf.
It's the comfort food. When you crave comfort food when it's cold, you eat meatloaf and you eat mashed potatoes and you eat a vegetable. That's what you do.
So what kind of meat is it, first of all?
Well, it's beef. I don't know. There are a million combinations. Sometimes people put in like sausage in there too.
Is it like a meatball where it's typically beef, but they throw in some pork sometimes? Generally,
you can. The one I do, I think, is all beef. I
think it's like 2 pounds of beef. Worcestershire sauce, ketchup.
What cut of beef do you know?
It's ground beef. You just use ground beef.
Okay.
And then you just form it into a loaf pan. Jesus Christ, why do so many people keep coming up to my front door today? What the fuck? Yeah, and then like breadcrumbs, egg, stuff like that. Then you just put it in there. And then once it's like halfway done, you'll do like a sauce or something on the top. So you'll do like brown sugar, ketchup, other things, mix them together, and then put that on the top and continue cooking it. So then you got like a sweet little sticky top to it when you slice it.
It doesn't sound like it has enough carbs to be a comfort food.
Well, it's literally just meat. You eat everything with it. It's because it's a whole comfort meal. You eat the mashed potatoes with it, the big piece of meat, and then you eat, what do we usually do with it? I don't usually eat like green beans, but green beans is a popular one. People eat with it. Broccoli, maybe.
Okay. I would like it based on that description.
I
like burgers.
I mean, it's not something like people cook all the time, but I can't believe like your parents have never made meatloaf before in your life.
Yeah, I guess they're not meatloaf enjoyers because they've never made it once. And I'm never going to get meatloaf when I'm out. It doesn't sound good, to be clear.
Oddly enough,
disgusting.
Dude, Cheesecake Factory, that used to be my go-to. Not that I ever went to Cheesecake Factory that often. I go like once a year. But their meatloaf fucking hit. That's what I would order. It was meatloaf, mashed potatoes, and I don't remember what veggie it came with, but it was fucking bomb. Yeah. That's the only place I've like ever ordered meatloaf from. That's
a solid restaurant, by the way.
Yeah, it's amazing they can make so many different things taste good.
Yeah, that and BJ's, their menus are too big, but everything they make's pretty fucking good.
BJ's is kind of an L though. BJ's, I don't like most of their food, but like Cheesecake Factory, their food is actually good. Cheesecake Factory is more like a restaurant, I think. BJ's is more like,
I agree, like
more
a
like
bar
fast
and restaurant,
foodish
bar and grill type beat.
Yeah, exactly.
I agree.
Like even like going to BJ's
think Cheesecake Factory food is better.
Like even going to BJ's for like a burger, like most burger restaurant chains are just better than BJ's. Even I don't really like BJ's. Their Pazookies.
I don't know if I've had. Their Pazookies are so good, yeah, and their beer is actually really good. They have
like the house-made beer.
Yeah, like they have an amber, whatever their amber ale is. I forget what it's called, but their amber is really good. I remember Gabe got a growler of it. He's done it a couple times, but I remember one time he brought a growler of the amber to my house, and me, Michael, and him like drank it, or 2 growlers maybe. We like sat out back by the fire and drank it. It was really good. We used to hang out back there.
Yeah,
all
the last time I went to BJ's was with Gabe and Ben, I think. Yeah. Like sat in the bar area, had their shit beers.
The last time I went there was with Gabe for sure. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
They have alcohol, of course. Gabe was there.
Yeah. Gabe won't. Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, I've never seen Gabe sober.
I'm pissing out of my pants right now.
Pissing out of your pants? Come on, man. Okay, let's see. This is a cute little question from DLAN MV. Change it. Call of Duty has stereotypical foods associated with it. I would have said snacks, but okay. Doritos, Mountain Dew, Taco Bell, G Fuel. If you could scrap that lineup and pick new ones, what would it be? Okay, I like this question. I'm going to keep it snack related. I'm not going to say like fucking beef Wellington or something. So what kind of snacks am I picking? We'll start with the chips. So Doritos. Doritos are very solid chips. I don't know if I would actually change that. So I like it. I'd stay with Doritos. Yeah. Mountain Dew. What's a Call of Duty like soda? I don't know. Soda's shit. I don't drink soda, so I have no idea. Taco Bell. Okay, so fast food. Yeah, this question actually kind of sucks. I don't know. What other fast food is there that's good? Yeah, I don't know. I have no answer. And then G Fuel. There's no equivalent that's good. G Fuel and everything like it is just a giant. It's a masterclass in marketing, but it's a giant scam. Drink coffee like an adult. Or take a fucking caffeine pill if you really just want the caffeine. Because that's all G Fuel is. And everything like it. It's caffeine powder with food coloring that you put in water. So that doesn't taste good either. So you're like, oh, well, I want the caffeine and I want it to taste good. Okay, well then don't drink any of those things because none of them taste good. So at that point, you might as well just buy caffeine pills for a 20th of the cost. What are we doing? I don't understand how people drink G Fuel and shit. Well, I do. It's because they're dumb children and the marketing is good.
It's all the marketing. They get sucked in because like Scump and all these people partner with them. Yeah, it's not good. Yeah.
It's not good. Yeah.
Very childish flavors. Yeah. I still have that one I bought when did I get that G Fuel? I think when Cold War came out was when I got it.
It was for Halloween. That's when you got it.
Was that the year of
It was one of your props.
I think
that
was right before Cold War came out, or right around it.
Yeah. Yeah, it was because it was Halloween of 2020, I think.
So here's what you want to do: if you're a child and you want to drink like G Fuel and stuff like that, just get pre-workout. That's probably cheaper. It's the same thing. It makes you itchy. It makes you jittery. It makes you feel like shit. And it's probably just cheaper. So yeah, do that too.
Yeah.
But yeah, if I do the same thing, chips, jalapeno kettle chips would be the go-to. For the soda, it wouldn't be Mountain Dew. It'd be Call of Duty-ish. To me, would be like Jack and Coke or something. You know, because you got to throw some alcohol in there, but you also have to make it childish, so it's got to be a Jack and Coke.
Yeah. How about Four Locos, dude?
No,
that would be a good one.
Be doing that. Fast food, McDonald's, of course. It's got to be McDonald's for that. And then, yeah, certainly not G Fuel. It'd be coffee.
Folgers. Yeah, true. Or whatever brand. Pete's coffee. That's
Pete's
the snobs.
Is not good. Yeah, no.
That's the snobby coffee.
Is it?
Dude, my Aunt Katie, by the way, shout out to my Aunt Katie. Love her. Talked about her many times on this show. When she comes over for any reason, like usually she comes over for Christmas and she'll stay a couple days. She will bring her own fucking coffee. That's how much of a coffee snob she is. She just won't drink the coffee we have. Or she will text my mom and coordinate and make goddamn sure that my mom has gotten the right coffee for her. She's such a god. But yeah, I remember my mom making fun of her one year because she brought like a pound of unground Pete's coffee. And my mom was like, you even need to grind it here? It needs to be that fresh. It was so funny, dude.
It's true, dude. Pre-ground is not good.
Yeah, she's
right.
goated.
Yeah, she's absolutely right.
That's why she's wildly successful. So anyway,
even when I just had my shit little Ninja coffee maker like years ago, I would buy just beans. I would buy just beans from like Costco or like something like that. And I would just like, they're like little mini grinders that grind enough for probably like a week's worth or something, like this little tiny thing. And I would do that. It does taste so much better when they're freshly ground. So what a difference, actually. It's huge. So shout out to your aunt.
I can see that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see that for sure. My thing with coffee is, yeah, I don't know. I haven't had coffee in a while.
Dude, one time when I was buying the beans from the coffee shop that I buy them from, they have a roastery in Rancho. The girl like asked, she's like, do you want me to grind them? And I was like, no, fuck it. I didn't say that, but I was like, no. And she's like, good for you. I was like, okay. It's like, just sell me my beans. Let me get out of here, please. They all have fucking
And then she flipped the terminal around to ask for a 25% tip.
So they do. The tip question comes up when I buy it. So a couple of the times the girls have just like, they'll basically reach over and just type 0 because like they know, they're like, oh, he shouldn't be tipping on this. This is rude. So they'll type in 0 basically. But now, yeah, they make it hard too because on theirs there are 4 buttons. It's 1, 2, 3, and 4, and it's like 20%, 18%, 15%. And then to no tip, you have to press the button that says other. And then you have to manually type in 000 and hit enter. They make it a lot of work to not tip them. It's outrageous. And fuck people who beg for tips. Yeah. Super chat though in our chat right now, please.
Yeah, I would love a tip. Oh yeah, by the way, fuck, we forgot, Tanner. If you want to skip the line
we got one,
for this Q&A, you can super chat us $3 United States dollar.
No, 5.
What's the number?
Don't be lowering it. It's 5. And Elijah asked a question with 4.99, so I'm not sure if we answer it. He's a penny short. I'm not sure if we do.
I'm not either. Since we didn't make the announcement, the first super chatter gets a 1 cent discount. So Elijah, you made the cutoff. Good job. When was the last time you dressed up for Halloween, and what costume did you wear? That's from Elijah with $4.99. Thank you very much, King. If you super chat $5 United States dollars or more, you can skip the line. Fuck the Discord. We'll answer your question first. So thank you, Elijah. And I'm thank you again also for super chatting because I totally forgot. The last time I dressed up for Halloween was once again Halloween of 2021. I dressed up as Modern Warfare 2019 for this podcast, and we did a Halloween episode. And you might be wondering, how do you dress up as a video game? That's weird. Well, I put on a Modern Warfare 2019 hat, and then the costume for the torso, the thorax, some might say, was a garbage can.
Yeah, you were a little
garbage can. It was a big trash can, and there was like the lid and everything. And I was MW 2019. That was the last time I dressed up for Halloween.
Yeah.
And that was also probably the last time you dressed up. Is that correct?
No, we usually like go to a party or something every year. I did something last year. Honestly, don't remember what I dressed up as. No fucking idea. I just wear whatever Sierra tells me to, so I don't remember. I'm trying to think what it was. I literally do not remember. We went to Ashley's house. She had a little party. But we were like there for like an hour because like we got there late or something. I don't know. So I don't even remember what I dressed up as, but I usually do every year for something. Let's be super clear. I don't like doing it, but I do it.
Yeah.
Halloween is cringe and it's the worst holiday.
It does remind me as well that adults that think about their costume a lot or put a lot of work into it, or they make it really good or really clever, stop. All of you have to stop. I hate adults that dress up and take it too seriously. Those people drive me fucking insane. Why are you taking it this seriously? No one cares. Especially when you're going to like some frat house where everyone's going to black out and no one's going to remember your costume anyway. Because like in college, this was a big problem for me because there would be parties, Halloween parties, obviously in college, and people would dress up and go to these like frat parties, sorority parties, whatever. I went to many of these as well. And I would wear the bare minimum to constitute a costume because I was fucking 20 years old. I wasn't 6 years old. And then I would see some guy come in. His fucking face is painted. He spent $300 on a costume. He paper machéed extra attachments because it wasn't just right. Decolonize yourself if that's you. Stop. It bothers the fuck out of me. I hate it. So yeah, don't stop dressing up for Halloween if you're an adult. And then every year on social media, and it's going to happen again this year, and it fucking makes me crazy, there are the theme parties for Halloween. Like I saw some fucking TikTok. The theme of her party on TikTok was Beyonce. Beyonce Knowles. Like the pop star.
Yeah, I think people are aware. Yeah.
And it was just a montage of her friends showing up in different costumes that like Beyonce wore for random music videos as Destiny's Child or some shit. And I tried to put myself in the headspace of someone who is as mentally unwell as the person who thinks we should have a themed Halloween party and the theme should be Beyonce. That's even more crazy. But all themed Halloween parties. Stop it. By the way, in the TikTok, the thrower of the party and their guests were well into their 30s. What are we doing? Holy shit. How depressed are you at work that you get this excited about a fucking themed Halloween party well into your 30s?
I think you sound more like the depressed one here, man.
No, absolutely not. If you're like 22 and you're doing the themed Halloween parties, like it's cringe, but fine. But like into your 30s? Come on, man. We gotta stop. We have to. We must. So anyway. Let's see. Next question. Bates Motel. With the $5 super chat, skipping the line. What is your favorite stand-up comic, if you have one? Okay. Who is our favorite stand-up comic? Mine, I would have to say, is, very weird error to make. This is exactly what I mean, by the way. He's not this dumb. I know he's not this dumb. I talked to him last night. But he just chooses to be a fucking idiot in text. I don't get it. But anyways, Tim Dillon would probably be my favorite stand-up comic.
Yeah.
I think he's the funniest in general, probably.
He's really entertaining.
He's also an Irish Catholic. Not like a real Catholic, but like a cultural Catholic. And I am also an Irish cultural Catholic. So I identify a lot with the crazy fucking stories he will tell. Because we're very similar culturally.
He has a, well, you're not gay and you didn't grow up in New York to insane parents, but yeah. He has a book coming out.
Yeah, we didn't have the same life.
I think next year he has a book coming out about his parents.
Cunt.
That's going to be funny. Well, you don't relate to him at all. Don't act like you relate to him because you're both Irish, even though neither of you were born or spent any time in Ireland, right? Right?
Dude, okay. You just haven't listened to enough Tim Dillon because he tells stories that are very similar to experiences I've had. And he talks about his family, and there are very similar through lines about fucking Irish Americans. Trust me.
Okay.
Anyways. Hey, don't downplay my cultural identity, man. I don't appreciate that.
One of my biggest pet peeves is when people talk so much about their culture that they have never been a part of, right? I'm 75% Irish. I never talk about it because I'm not actually Irish, right? Because I wasn't born there. I wasn't raised there. One thing that pisses me off is when people talk about that so much like they're from there. You're not Irish. You weren't born in Ireland. It's totally different.
I mean Irish American.
Yeah. Yeah. But it's like, you're just American, right? You're American.
By the way, it's funny you say that. Actual Irish people that like live in Ireland, I heard this phrase recently. I was watching some YouTube videos on Ireland actually. And some guy was like interviewing people. Some American guy was in Ireland interviewing Irish people. And one of the girls, she must have been 19, maybe, like young. She was like, yeah, what pisses me off about America? That was the question. She was like, plastic patties. And the guy was like, what? And I didn't know what that meant either. And then she was like, yeah, Americans who are like 5% Irish, who call themselves Irish. It drives me crazy. Yeah. They're not Irish. They're plastic patties. Because I was thinking, I heard patties like a burger patty, but they mean like PADDY. I was like, that's hilarious. But anyway.
Tim Dillon's even funnier, I think, on podcasts. Like when he's guests on podcasts. I think like Joe Rogan's most entertaining episodes are with Tim Dillon. He's so fucking funny on there. But his own podcast isn't that great. Yeah.
True.
It's just not entertaining enough listening to one person.
I agree.
Yeah, so here's the thing, Bates. I've talked about this a lot. Most stand-up comedians are just not funny. There are plenty of them that are really, really funny on podcasts. We were just talking about this in Discord, too. But most of them are dog shit and not funny at stand-up. So I think the funniest stand-up are like the most popular ones, honestly. Like Theo Vaughn has funny stand-up, but again, he's even funnier on podcasts. Really his stand-up is really funny, but he's hilarious on podcasts. Tom Segura is really good on both. His stand-up's funny. Tim Dillon's stand-up is good, but he's kind of shit on his own podcast, I guess. Shane Gillis, of course, is really funny.
Shane Gillis, I've seen some TikTok bits when he's doing actual stand-up.
He's really funny.
If you mean favorite stand-up comedian and we're only taking into account doing stand-up comedy, I actually do think it would be Shane Gillis for me.
Yeah.
His bits I've seen on TikTok are so fucking funny.
Yeah, they're really
so
funny.
Goddamn funny. I hate when people do this, but I'm going to do it anyway. There's this one bit on TikTok of his that I saw where he's talking about how he's seen like live leak videos of Americans in Afghanistan or whatever, like fighting like war in the Middle East or whatever.
Yeah.
And he's like, I'm going to be honest, I kind of identify more with ISIS. Yeah. He's like, they don't have any money. They have no combat training. They get like surprised when they get a kill. Like, oh shit. And obviously he describes it way better, but the premise is fucking funny.
I think that's from, he has a Netflix special. I think all those clips you're seeing are from that same Netflix special, which was really funny. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, you saw it.
A lot of his stuff I didn't watch the whole thing on Netflix yet, but I watched more than half of it on Netflix, and I forgot to finish it actually, but I keep seeing all the same clips too. Yeah. His stuff is funny because he makes fun of everybody, like both political sides, and that's what I find funny. Because like you'll see one random clip on TikTok and all the fucking white boomers will be like, so he'll like be making fun of the military or like saying something like about Navy SEALs or this or that, and all these like super right-wing like dads are like, this shit is not funny, you don't disrespect veterans like that, this and that, and they get so fucking mad. And then like the next clip is him like making fun of Biden. He has some really funny ones on that. And then all those people are like pissed that he's making fun of them. I think that's how you know your shit is really good, is when you're getting hate comments from both sides. So his is really, really funny. Yeah, he did this one where he was talking about how it's funny when Biden ends speaking, how he just turns around and walks off stage. And he did like the most perfect example of it. And it's so true. Like Biden stops talking and he just like,
yeah.
He just like walks away like that, and he did the whole walk, and it was perfect. But his stand-up's really fucking funny.
Yeah.
But most everyone else is just dog shit.
Best.
Yeah,
I agree. Yeah.
Joe Rogan, the least funny person in the world when he does stand-up and everything. He's just not funny, and he's annoying. But
I don't find him funny at all. Yeah, I like Joe Rogan. I find him interesting. I like listening to him. A lot less now than like I used to find him on his podcast, frankly. But still, I think he's interesting and I like listening to him. But
no, he has interesting guests and all that. But yeah,
he's not funny on his podcast, and he's also not funny when he does stand up. I agree.
Yeah, I don't know how
I just don't find him funny.
I don't know how he's ever been a stand up comedian. Like seriously, because I've like watched some of his stuff because people have talked about it. I was like, you don't even want to fake laugh. You don't even start cracking a smile. It's so unfunny. It's dog shit. Dudes, same thing with Tom's wife, Christina. Her stand-up is so fucking bad. She has miserable stand-up, but she's so entertaining on podcasts.
Yeah.
But just not funny.
I like her a lot on podcasts.
Yeah, exactly. Don't listen to her stand-up because you won't like her anymore.
She's good on the podcast because she will play along really well.
Yeah.
Like she'll like set up the guest or Tom, or like they'll start, or like Tom or the guest again will start like riffing, like saying something funny and having like a funny conversation. And she'll say like the right thing to like keep it going, like the opposite of Brendan Schaub, basically, who will just immediately ruin it ruin the like bit, you know. She's like, I like her a lot.
She's just like very like doesn't care if she says things that'll get her canceled either.
Yeah.
Like she still uses like the tard word and everything and just doesn't give a fuck.
Yeah.
Like all of it. She just actually doesn't care, and that's what's funny.
I think Chris D'Elia is the best example, though, of people who are really funny on podcasts and not funny at all at stand-up. It actually pains me. It makes me physically pained to watch Chris D'Elia's stand-up. It's like cringy. Like, it's not just unfunny. It's like offensively unfunny. His stand-up is so fucking dog shit trash, and it's anti-funny.
Really?
It's like the opposite of funny. Dude, go look up, pick at random.
I don't like his face. I don't want to
watch
anything he's in. He bugs me just by looking at him.
It's so bad, but on podcasts, he is so fucking funny.
Yeah.
I think he's really funny with guests and shit. Like,
yeah,
like his, again, like you said, his podcast where he's just solo, not funny. Because no one's really funny alone.
It's hard to be. Yeah.
It's very, very hard to be.
It's hard to be funny on like an hour and a half podcast by yourself. It's easy to like make funny jokes here and there, but you can't keep that up for an hour and a half, of course.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. But like when he used to be like a guest on Fighter and the Kid and stuff, he was hilarious. But yeah, like his stand-up is the worst stand-up I think I've ever seen, actually. Like, I'd rather watch Amy Schumer, unironically. I'd rather watch fucking, who's the guy everyone hates? Dane Cook, Carlos Mencia. Like, they all clear Chris D'Elia's stand-up. It's so bad. I can't believe it. But he is really funny on podcasts and shit.
Yeah.
So anyway. Yeah, I could talk about comedians a lot. I like Theo Von a lot, too. I've never seen his stand-up. But him on podcasts is fucking hilarious. And I've told you guys the Theo Von secret before, but I'll tell you again. One of the reasons Theo Von is so funny is because he will regularly use synonyms for words that no one has ever used in that context at any time ever for no reason. So if you wanted to say like, oh, I was walking to the store and a yellow car drove by, he would say, yeah, I was walking to the store and a yellow locomotive drove by, or a yellow automobile drove by. He always does that. He picks the like weirdest synonym, and it's like, it adds to the funniness. It's great. But if you're a Theo Von enjoyer, you'll notice that if you look for it. Anyway, let's see. This one's interesting, I guess, from Steel Switch. How much fun would multiplayer be if there was a map editor? For those of you who maybe don't have any context or know what that means, for example, in like Halo 3, there was a map editor where you could like go into a map in Forge mode, I think it was called, and you could move a bunch of decorations around the map. You could add decorations. You could remove them outright. People would make like mongoose racetracks, and they would have the rule set be hard point, and to win you have to be in the hard point for only 1 second, and then they put that at the end of the track so that it even functions as a game mode. You spawn, there's only one spawn point, there's 8 mongoose, you get on one, you drive to the hard point, which is just the finish line, and first one there wins. Very cool. Would that fit in Call of Duty, I guess, is the question.
Yeah, I feel like these days, no. I just don't care enough anymore. Like, Warzone exists, but if COD was still just a multiplayer game, then yeah, having a map editor would be fantastic. People would make really, really cool stuff. So, it'd be nice to have, but also, like, we just have too many other things to play now where, like, I think people just care less in general about that type of thing now.
That's true.
So it would be great to have, but
people would like it a lot, though.
Yeah.
But yeah, they won't do it. They won't.
Yeah, because people would make some really cool stuff with it, some really bonkers shit. So
I think unfortunately, I think for the same reason that we will never get an emblem editor again, probably the reason we'll never get a map editor again. First of all, they don't want to deal with copyright infringement if someone recreates, like, I don't know, a Halo map, for example. They don't want to get sued. Well, it's all Microsoft now, but you get the idea. But also, people for sure would be making a map, and it would be like the Hail Hitler map, and it would just be like a fucking huge swastika made out of crates in the center or some crazy shit. And they don't want to have TikToks of that going around either. So it'll never happen. But it would be cool. It would be very cool.
Yeah, I would like that. I would never make anything, but it'd be cool to play things that other people make. Because there are people that all they would do is design maps, and that'd be dope. Plus, like, you don't want Infinity Ward adding a map editor, because then, you know, the CEO of Activision, whoever that's going to be now, they'll be like, oh, how come all of these fan-made maps are way better than MW 2019 maps? You're all fired, you know? So then iDub isn't going to add that into the game, because it's going to show how bad of video game developers they are. So, because they can't design maps, because they're not good.
They would get exposed. Yeah, true. Anyway. This one's good from Patios. What qualities make a perfect French fry?
I mean, there's so many different, so I'm just going to keep it simple. Crispy. Crispy on the outside, warm and fluffy on the inside. It's got to have a crisp. That doesn't have a crisp, it's not good. There's plenty of variations of French fries that are delicious. They have to be crispy, though.
They have to be crispy on the outside and fluffy on the inside, exactly. You want the inside to be like a mashed potato. Because some French fries, the inside is like a hash brown that hasn't been cut enough. It's like one big bite of potato. You don't want that. You want it to be fluffy, airy, like a mashed potato inside. But outside, crispy, And it's super simple. The qualities that make a perfect French fry, go to Islands, the restaurant chain in California, and then eat a fry, and you're good. That's the perfect French fry. That, I think, is literally the perfect French fry. There's nothing I would change about Islands fries.
Yeah, and then it's just made better with their ranch. It only gets better from there.
Yeah, and their seasoned salt is goated with the cum, too. Yeah. I mean, it's just the perfect combo. Yeah. They're just throwing it all together. Great sauce, great salt / seasoning, and a great cook on the fry. Yeah. Doesn't get better than Islands fries.
True.
God, they're so fucking good. I miss Islands, too. I should move back.
I mean, Gabe has an extra room, yeah.
Yeah.
You'd have to deal with people constantly over, though, all of his shit coworkers doing...
Yeah, that's true.
Doing drugs on the glass coffee table.
Yeah, I would have access to those drugs, though, so that might be worth it. By the way, Bates, it's hard to screw up a French fry. You've never said anything more wrong in your life.
Bates,
it is incredibly easy to screw up a French fry. There are more dog shit French fries out there than good ones, unfortunately.
There are, yeah.
I mean, I don't know what...
I guess you could say most of them end up being edible, but that doesn't mean they're good at all. I just eat them because it's there, and I'm not going to not eat the fries. Right. If I go to a fast food place to get a burger, I'm not getting fries, you know? So it's like, even if they're dog shit, I have to just suffer through it because I'm going to eat them.
Yeah, exactly. Of course, yeah. Yeah,
so it's very easy to screw them up, Bates, and fuck you.
If you eat a cheeseburger / hamburger without French fries, just move to communist China. I don't know what else to say. You have to have fries with a burger, no matter how bad they are, obviously. But yeah, it's very easy to screw up a French fry, Bates. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. So anyway, that pissed me off. So let's move on.
Today's episode is brought to you by us. It's our own ad. Get absolutely scammed. If you've been thinking about joining the Patreon, now is the absolute best time. We just, right now, finished our recording of our Modern Warfare 3 multiplayer deep dive part 2. Yes, part 1 is already live, where we discuss all the perks. Part 2, we went into depth on all the kill streaks, the field upgrades, the tacticals, the lethal. Very informative episode. over 2 hours, which is not the norm for Patreon, right? So that's a long little episode for you guys. So from right now till October 31st, free trials will be available on patreon.com/thedropshot. You sign up during any of those dates till the 31st, you will have a 7-day free trial period at the gold tier. You will immediately gain access to all of our COD bonus eps along with early access to public episodes, ad-free. So here's how they work. You join at the gold tier, $5 a month, for early access and ad-free public episodes. 3 COD-related bonus episodes every single month and access to an exclusive patron-only Discord channel. $10 a month gets you the platinum tier. Everything in the gold tier alongside 1 Q&A episode where you guys can ask all the questions you want and hear all the answers, right? Damascus, this is the Chad tier. The $20 a month tier gets you all of that plus a behind-the-scenes episode every single month, a monthly Damascus-only patron hangout, and access to the exclusive Damascus Lounge in our Discord. There is a $50 Obsidian tier. It's full right now. Locked to 10 slots. Don't know when it'll be open. It's a bragging rights tier. You don't really get much for it. You get another channel in Discord, the Skybox. I think we changed the name actually. Now it's the Obsidian Yacht. Yeah, now you're in the yacht. So got that too, but it's currently full. So yeah, if you guys hate hearing this ad, sign up for the Patreon. You won't ever hear it again. Now, let's get back to the show.
Patty also asked, should High Alert mark people that look at you on the minimap? No. No.
I mean, it still doesn't work in Warzone 2. You get High Alert on people when you're in a building. So no, I definitely don't trust them to make it work that way. No.
And even if it did work properly, it's good enough as a perk. It does not also need to be marking people on the minimap. That's too good.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So anyway. Okay. Yeah, I'm not answering that.
That's a tough one. It's not actually. It's pickleball.
I don't know what pickleball is, so I'd pick that. But anyway, yeah.
Exactly.
Steel Switch asks, my dad was the pickleball champion in Glendale.
Really? Is that how he got your mom?
In his 20s. I don't know if that's how he fucked my mom. It might be. I should ask him.
Gosh, the roommates, yeah.
Steel Switch, what makes a buffet restaurant great and what makes one horrible? I don't understand the question. Because it seems to me that whatever makes a buffet great would be the same as what makes a restaurant great, which is good food or bad food.
Yeah, I don't get
it.
I feel like maybe he's trying to get at like Vegas buffets have like a giant dessert wall. He's like, does that make a buffet great? I don't care. No, the dessert's just an addition. I'm honestly not even getting dessert at most buffets.
Yeah, I'm not a Samoan, so I don't need like a huge selection so that I can eat a bunch of different things.
You go to a buffet, you eat 4 things anyways. Yeah.
Exactly,
you eat what you would order on a normal meal.
Exactly. That's why I don't do buffets, because I'm not a fucking linebacker. I don't need. I'm not going to sit here and down 6,000 calories. I literally can't.
You ever been to a buffet with Gabe?
So I'm going to end up eating the same amount as I normally would. I have not, but I have been to all-you-can-eat sushi with Gabe, and it is insane how much food he can stuff into that little belly of his.
Well, it's a long process because he has to digest. So it takes so long.
I love that line, yeah. We'll be at all-you-can-eat sushi for fucking 90 minutes. Yeah.
Dude, I went to a buffet with him, his parents, and I feel like someone else was there in Laughlin. And his dad does the same thing. That's where he gets it from. They both take a break, and they're both just like sitting like digesting, and Gabe's mom was just like sitting there like looking at him. But they have to just sit there and digest for like 15, 20 minutes, then go get more food. I'm like, you sicken me.
That is insane.
Yeah.
Yeah, that you can be full and then not be full 20 minutes later. Yeah. I don't understand it.
Yeah. Especially just sitting there. Like, it's just sitting there in the same spot. I don't know.
It's weird. Yeah, he's a weird
so what
guy.
makes a buffet great? Good tasting food. I don't know. I'm not super picky.
Yeah, it really is that simple.
Having soft serve.
Buffets,
having soft serve. That's a great point, Drex. Yeah. Little soft serve. I used to love Hometown Buffet when I was a dumb child. only because soft serve ice cream. I would get some little piece of food with my shit grandma and my grandpa, and rip, they're both dead. And I would hardly eat any food, and then I'd get like 3 bowls of the soft serve. And you put like Oreos on it. They had the toppings. You drizzle some chocolate. You do some M&Ms. Oh, it hit, man.
That's a great business decision if you're a buffet, by the way. Because soft serve, I have to imagine it's super cheap. Like super cheap to have that.
Too. It's like ice. It's like the ice one. It doesn't
it's not
taste
good
at all. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. But it gets like the kids to be like, "Oh, I want to go," when they otherwise wouldn't. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I don't remember going to any buffets besides Golden Corral. I'm sure I've been to other ones.
I would like to try Golden Corral, actually. Yeah.
No, you wouldn't.
Okay.
You sure wouldn't. My whore ex-girlfriend, once again, was like, oh, we should try Golden Corral. I like it there, or whatever, because she's white trash. So I was like, oh, okay. And a whore, yeah. So I was like, okay, is it good? She's like, yeah, it's really good. I was like, okay, cool. So we went, and every single bite of anything I took there, dog shit, trash, awful, like worse than fast food quality food. And I was actually mad at her. I was like, are you insane? Why did you just lie to me? You stupid bitch. So anyway, yeah, Golden Corral fucking
I wonder
sucks.
what stories she tells people about you.
I don't know.
Yeah, I wonder.
I
she has
don't
the same
know.
stories for you. My dumb shit ex-boyfriend. My
Yeah.
stupid fucking ex-boyfriend.
Probably, yeah. And good. I don't want anyone who talks to her to have a good opinion of me. I don't want to associate with any of them. Yeah.
I've been to the Bellagio buffet. That was good. That was yummy.
I've heard Vegas buffets are good. Yeah.
And the price is fine because, again, there are so many expensive restaurants in Vegas. And it was like that, the place we went to for Joey's Bachelor, that Italian joint, that cost as much as the Bellagio buffet did, right? And the Bellagio buffet, the food is excellent too. You get whatever you want. Just, get a little bit of, like, numerous carving stations, bunch of different meats. It was delicious. I think it was like $55 at the time. Now it's probably $95 Bidenomics. But yeah, worth it in Vegas for sure.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay, let's see. Steel Switch, do you have a shoes off policy in the house? Do you enforce this on guests who visit your home?
We do, only because there's a bunch of shit in our front yard that gets tracked in, like these little they're like these bushes that have these little thorns that it's like
stickers.
Exactly. They're called like sticky stickers. People call them different things, those, and they get stuck to your shoes. They get stuck to your socks, and those will literally kill cats if they ingest them. So that's the only reason we do it. That's why we wear Crocs around the house.
Shit.
Yeah, like you breathe it and it fucks them all up. Yeah. They get it through their nose or they eat it. So yeah, we do no shoes here.
I don't have a shoes off policy in the house. But for my room, I do have a shoes off policy because it's carpet. And I don't want your shoes on the carpet. And also, why are you wearing shoes? We're in a bedroom. Take your shoes off. You don't need them on. So
yeah.
I don't like having shoes or sandals or anything on carpet. But like on not carpet, yeah, I don't care.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But anyway. Oh man, I used to have an answer. Diet Diesel, finance moron. What's your go-to food to serve when you have a large gathering at your house?
Well, I don't do large gatherings. I don't invite people over, so I don't know.
What about when your parents invited people over? Because I have an answer. If you're in Southern California, you should get in on this. We would do every Christmas Eve, we would my brother or my dad would go to Stonefire, and we would get a fuck ton of tri-tip and their breadsticks, and then other things too. I think they're like garlic mashed potatoes or whatever. And that's kind of like what that restaurant is for. Like, it's not like catering sized portions, but like portions like that, where like you order kind of like a Chinese restaurants have, where you order like a couple entrees, but it's designed such that every person is intended to have some of every entree, not like individual shit. But it's so fucking good. That was what we would always do. And I miss it because there's no Stonefire here either. But god damn it, that restaurant is good. But if you're talking about like cooked food, we don't really have one. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, Christmas dinner we would make prime rib usually, and then like sides and shit. But yeah. But anyway, also from Diet Diesel Finance Moron, what's your least favorite type of movie? Horror, action, rom-com, etc. It's a good question. All movies are shit. First of all, too much of an investment of my time. If it's not good, I wasted 2 hours, and I don't like that, so I don't watch movies anymore. But if I had to pick my least favorite type of movie, mine's comedies, because they're very, very rarely funny. They're very rarely funny. Usually a comedy movie is like, at best, entertaining, but ultimately kind of a like candy-coated bullshit plot that I don't really care about and isn't very interesting. And at worst, it's not even that. And it's also not funny. But like, they don't make funny movies anymore. I feel like comedy movies and horror movies are the two genres of movie where actually 5% of all movies in the respective genre are actually scary and or actually funny. Like an actually funny comedy movie, great. Super bad. It's like a good example. But again, for every super bad, there are 19 unfunny comedy movies. So I would say those are the worst. Yeah.
Well, streaming platforms ruined movies. That's what it is.
Exactly.
Movies did not used to come out that often. And now you get 50 new movies every month on Netflix. So yeah, of course they're just dog shit. You're right. Yeah, most action movies now are corny and bad. Most comedies are unfunny and like woke and stupid, and they're scared to actually say anything funny because they don't want to get canceled for it. Horror movies have always, I feel like, historically been mostly horrible
and not scary. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, I guess kind of. I find the slasher type movies scarier, like movies like Saw and like Texas Chainsaw. That's what I find scary because I feel like it's like realistic, or like ones where like they're in a cabin and some dude starts attacking them and killing them. Those are scary. Like things like jump scares. Like we just watched all like the Conjuring movies. They were like entertaining. They're not really that scary though. I'm
just not scared by fake shit.
Genre. Yeah. But like things like someone getting just their head cut off in a cabin in the middle of nowhere where there's no cell phone service, that's actually realistic, and that happens. Yeah.
Yes, but I totally agree.
Yes, I would say least favorite type of movie, I guess would probably have to just be horror movies still, because most of those are bad. Like actually, you could go through a list and seriously like, yeah, the vast majority of horror movies are just not good at all. They're not entertaining. They're not scary. The acting is horrible. You can go on and on. They're just really bad.
True.
But yeah, they've all just gotten horrible. I mean, action movies aren't good anymore either. We used to have so many good like war and action movies from like 2000 to 2010. So many fucking bangers. A bunch of like World War II movies. And like,
oh, true.
There were a
I forgot about war movies.
Like the era when we had like Black Hawk Down, Saving Private Ryan, all of those.
Yeah.
There were so many good war movies that time. You still get them occasionally now. Like what was the last? Like Lone Survivor was good. That probably came out. Actually, that's probably older than I'm thinking now. That may be like 8 years.
That's pretty old. Yeah.
Yeah, 2013, 10 years, I guess. So yeah, they're Probably haven't been any good action movies since then. When I think of like action movies, I think of war movies. I guess there's like, I don't know, someone like John Wick would be an action movie.
I was thinking
right?
of like fucking Transformers and Mission Impossible.
Yeah,
and
see,
shit.
I don't even think about those because those movies are never good. Yeah, I just think of like more war movies, and they don't really make those anymore either.
The Bourne series is good.
The Bourne series is good, yeah. Movies just suck now. Movies are not good.
Yeah, they're dog shit.
TV shows are much, much better.
On the top, yeah, for sure. Yeah, way better. Yeah. Way fucking better. And on the topic of horror movies, by the way, The Strangers is the best scary movie I've ever seen. It's so good. And it's actually scary.
That one is on Netflix or something now. I just saw it a couple days ago. I was like, oh, I want to watch that.
You should watch it, dude.
Yeah.
It's
I've seen
really
it,
good.
and it was really good from what I remember.
It's just it's this couple that are on a honeymoon, and they go to a cabin that the guy owns, and it's fucking isolated. There's no cell phone service, and some fucking real people, not ghosts. There aren't ghosts. There aren't demons. There isn't like a Batman or some shit. It's just some people who are fucking crazy roll through the cabin at night and I won't spoil it. They attempt to kill the couple because they're crazy. Like Manson style, just like for no reason. And that's scary because that could actually happen. Like very realistically, it could happen. So, yeah, that was a really good movie.
I would always think about that when I'd go to sleep in Big Bear at the cabin. It feels like just Sierra and I, like, because it creaks and makes noises at night. I'm like, dude, is someone breaking in here and trying to kill us? Like every single night you would think that. Yeah.
Yeah, that cabin's old.
Yeah, I don't like go around every night thinking, oh, am I going to like need an exorcism tomorrow or something? It's like you can't relate to those movies, so they end up being less scary because of that.
Yeah, for sure. It's just dumb.
But yeah, TLDR movies are shit. TV shows are much better.
Yeah. Yeah.
The food question, it's funny you brought up Stonefire because, yeah, we have ordered Stonefire catering a couple times. Like, not catering, we just order it and go and pick a bunch up. Yeah, it's great for a group, yeah. It's really
so good.
Because you just get, you get the tri-tip, then you get barbecue chicken, you get lemon chicken, you get the breadsticks that come with it, you get a salad that you choose, and then you get whatever other side you want.
Their Caesar dressing is so good, too, by the way.
You do their mashed potatoes, which I actually don't like that much. They're too dry, but some sort of side.
I don't like their mashed potatoes.
I still eat them because, like fries, I'm going to eat them anyways, you know? Because if I'm eating meat and salad, I'm eating the mashed potatoes, too, but they're not great. But yeah, I think my go-to would be pulled pork. That'd be a great party meal because it's cheap. You smoke it like for 8-10 hours. It's easy because you don't have to do anything with it. You just let it cook. It's done. You let it sit there. You pull it apart. You add barbecue sauce. You say, hey, here's buns. Perfect. Here's a fucking bag of coleslaw and a jar of dressing I bought at the store. And here's 10 pounds of meat. That cost me $9, right? So that'd be I think the most ideal for me personally. It just hits. Yeah, it always hits. It's so good. You can make so many good things with pulled pork too. Like so many good leftover meals with that. Tacos, nachos, mix it with eggs in the morning. Oh, it just hits. You guys need to stop hating on pork. Some of you that do. It's so cheap and it's so good. You just get a lot of meals out of that, man. Not all of it's good though. Like pork chops are not usually good, but they can be, but not usually. So yeah, that's what I would do. I'll make pulled pork and like bring it somewhere. I've done that before, but haven't really done like a large gathering. All right, another question from Diet Diesel. Pulled pork is good, though I've never had it in eggs. Yeah, try it with eggs, man. Try it with eggs. Okay, Diet Diesel again. He says, when you go to a fancy restaurant, do you order tap, mineral, or sparkling water with your meal? So, yeah, it's not tap. I'm not drinking. Well, I guess it is tap, but it's filtered tap water, right? I just say I want water. However, I did start trying sparkling water when we went to Croatia. Because they ask you say, do you want
I want water, and they say, do you want still or sparkling? Because it's not the United Goddamn States of America. So in communist Europe, they like to charge you for water. They don't give you free water, right? So they say, oh, here's a bottle of water. Hope you only wanted... Yeah, they're fucking dog shit. Like, oh, hope you only wanted 6 ounces of water with your whole dinner there. Go fuck yourself, Europe. You're dog shit. So we would start ordering sparkling, and I really, really liked it. I'm a big fan of sparkling water. Yeah, bubbly. It's great. Don't ever order it here, but it just... Because if I have to pay for the bottle anyways, I'm doing sparkling, right? I'm not going to a restaurant here with the option being free water, or I have to pay $5 for sparkling water. I'm not doing that. But yeah, the sparkling water really, really hits. So that's a good one.
I don't like carbonation, so I wouldn't like sparkling water.
Grow up.
I have never once been asked what type of water I want.
Yeah, they don't do it here. It's a European thing. That's what I'm saying. They ask you still or sparkling every restaurant you go to.
Yeah. What the fuck is mineral water?
I just ignored that part.
If someone asked me what kind of water you want, tap, mineral, or sparkling, I would stand up and leave.
Would you?
Just give me water, bitch. What are we doing? I hate it. God, I hate it. It makes me mad. It's water. Let's not complicate it. Just give me some. Ice or no ice, that's the extent to which I'm customizing my water. If you want me to answer more questions, I'm leaving. I'm not paying you. I don't care if I've had an app. I don't care how many Michelin stars your restaurant has. I'm leaving. So don't do that. Anyways, yeah. Just water. Thanks. Yeah. Anyways, let's see.
We're not answering Elijah's question. No, we're not getting into that.
Yeah, it's complicated. Let's see.
Yeah, we're scrolling, huh?
Yeah, we're scrolling.
Wow.
This one's interesting. Hurricane. Why make burst rifles and single shots that are essentially useless in video games? How could they make them how could they give them a suitable space in the game? We've talked about this before, man. I think with single shot weapons, it's actually not as hard, but how do you make a burst fire gun good but not overpowered in an FPS game? I actually don't know. It's really hard to make a balanced burst fire weapon. The only way it can be balanced is if the shots to kill in general is like 3. Then it's like balanced to have like burst weapons, I would say. I think it's pretty easy to balance them at that point. But if the shots to kill is more than that, like it pretty much always is, how do you balance a burst fire weapon? Like, I actually don't really know. I think maybe one thing you could do is like very little recoil, so it's really easy to be accurate, and also maybe very good velocity and or a very attractive headshot multiplier, or multipliers in general. Because yeah, it's hard though. It's hard because if you make them too good, you get like the AUG or M16 in Warzone, and those were fucking insane. They were way too good.
Yeah, I know. It is hard to balance them. It is. I feel like, yeah, it's like the guns almost have to have like a 4-round burst or something. So by the time that 4th bullet hits, you're getting the kill. Because otherwise, a lot of the burst guns with 3 bullets, that's a bullet faster than what other guns would usually kill at in multiplayer. So, I don't know. It is weird.
Yeah, it's very challenging, for sure.
Just don't put them in games anymore, yeah.
Because there has to be a reason.
Well, yeah, Bates, they were busted overpowered.
It's
not, they weren't viable. They were busted as fuck and broken. That's why they're hard to balance.
Exactly.
That's why when they nerf them, no one used them anymore, because they go from they're either the best gun in the game or they're just unusable, basically. I mean, look at the M16 and MW2. When was the last time anyone ran that ever? It's the worst gun in the game.
And
if
like,
they
if
had
you
buffed
make
it,
the
it'd be the
time to
best gun in
kill,
the game.
yeah, exactly. If they make the time to kill like the same as a full auto AR, then no one's going to use the burst weapon. Why would you? It's just harder to use.
Yep.
So it has to have like some benefit to outweigh the con of it not being full auto, because it's going to be harder to use. But how do you give it a benefit like that that's not too good? It's hard. It's hard to do. I think in Warzone, again, they could just have it be like very little recoil. So it's almost like you're picking a kilo. And or like really good velocity. I think both, actually, for Warzone. So that it's like, yeah, it's burst fire, so it's harder to use, but it also doesn't have recoil, and it has really good bullet velocity, and those make it easy to land shots on people far away.
Yeah.
And then the time to kill is about the same as like a full auto gun. I think that could work, but they've never done it. They've never made a viable one before without it being overpowered, so I don't know. Anyway. Let's see.
Yeah,
we're scrolling, fellas.
Yeah, we're looking.
I'm curious for you, Diesel. Have you ever done any fantasy sports? I have not.
I did fantasy hockey one time with some friends back when I still played. So this was probably, I don't know, 2011, 2012. But it's like, I don't even remember if we put up money. It was like 10 of us, maybe. I don't even know. Because, I mean, we were like just out of high school. So I feel like we didn't put up money. If we did, it was like we each put in $10 or something. I don't know. But it got to the point, like halfway through the season, less than halfway through the season, half the people wouldn't even like be doing it anymore. They wouldn't be selecting their team. So then it's just boring when you see like there are 4 people never changing their roster. Yeah, exactly. So it just got boring. I never did it again after that.
I've never done it because I've never been a really big fan of any like sports. I was a big fan of playing sports as a kid. I played a lot of them, but like watching, I've always found it weird to be like obsessed with what grown men I don't know are like doing. And like, I never was like super into like basketball or football like many people are. I think it's kind of weird. Although I guess it's no more weird than than like watching video game streams. So I don't know. Maybe that's the case. But anyway, I've never been super into sports. So I haven't known a league enough to participate in a fantasy league. However, if I were, I would be all over fantasy leagues and for money. That would be really fun if I knew like the NFL well enough or something, you know?
Yeah.
That would be really cool. I wish I could, but I just don't. I don't have enough knowledge, so I don't like want to, you know?
Yep. Yeah, I get that.
But yeah. Okay. And yeah, of course you have to be playing fantasy sports for money. I wouldn't do it if there was no money on the line, because yeah, I wouldn't care about winning. You got to put like an insignificant amount, even like $20. Like everyone pays $20, winner take all. Play with 5 friends. That's $100. It's like not that much money if you lose to lose. but it's enough money where if you win, you're like pretty happy about it. Like, oh, it's $100. That'll like motivate you enough to like talk shit to your friends and like keep logging in and stuff. Yeah. It would be insane to me to play a fantasy sports league without money on the line. That would be crazy. So, yeah.
Yeah.
This is a cool question. I like this. C Slade. What state would you say cares most about the thoughts and well-being of its citizens? Obviously, we live, parenthetically, in the United States, so none of them do much. But which, if any, would you say are better for people to live in? I would say Hamas-led Gaza.
Would you?
No? Nothing? No response on that? That was a joke, obviously. Hamas does not care about its citizens. It is a good question, though. What state cares most? I don't know. It's kind of weird to say a state cares. Like, a state is like an abstraction of a group of people. It's not like a state has feelings. But, like, what government takes the best care?
Yeah, and half of that group of people only care about one group of people, and then the other half of that group of government only cares about another half of people, basically. So, yeah,
right.
I don't know.
It's hard. It would probably be, you know what? It might be like Japan, actually. Their whole culture is like there's like no crime in Japan. I don't know if you guys knew this. But crimes like don't happen.
It's very clean too, I think.
It's extremely clean because their culture is so good at shaming people that you would rather actually kill yourself than litter. Like literally you would, actually. It's crazy how like ingrained that is, like the shame model into their culture. And also, they don't let you immigrate to Japan. Like, you can't live there. Unless you're born there, you're not living in Japan. It's like they don't accept immigrants. And on the one hand, you might say that's, like, pretty rude and fair. They are extremely racist there as well, by the way. But on the other hand, it's really good for the citizens that already live there to not let immigrants come ever. Because then they can protect that culture of shame that allows them to have no crime and no trash ever. So you could argue Japan. There's probably countries similar like that.
Yeah, I've never had interest in traveling to Japan, but I've heard such good things about going there.
Yeah.
Everyone who travels to Japan just absolutely loves it. And it seems like they always end up saying like they're shocked at how clean it is. Like the big cities are just so clean. And that would be weird. Because any state in the U.S., if you go to a big city, it's fucking disgusting. It's just some are more disgusting than others.
Correct.
But they're all disgusting.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I'm going to go with Japan, but I don't know. There could be others.
No, I don't know. That makes sense.
They run a real tight ship there. Yeah. A real tight ship. So, anyway.
Make some good whiskey, too, huh?
No.
Okay.
It's not good. Americans do it better, like everything. Steel Switch asked an insane question. Do we appreciate anything? Oh, the community feedback's even more insane. Do we appreciate anything that is pumpkin spice flavored? And we did get community feedback on this. 8 people said they do appreciate pumpkin spice flavored things. And 11 people somehow said no. Those people are depressed. If you don't like anything pumpkin spice flavored, you don't find joy in anything in life, clearly. Yeah, pumpkin spice is a great flavor in a lot of things. Pumpkin spice cookies, pumpkin spice lattes, obviously. Pumpkin spice, I guess that's kind of it. That's all I can think of anyway. But pumpkin pie, you know?
Yeah. I mean, we can just look through the list and it all makes sense. I mean, Whitey voted no. He's actually 13 years old. Couple of the drug addicts, the weed smokers voted no, of course. Their life revolves around weed.
JKN who won't eat a hamburger. So
well, he lies. He just trolls. That's all he does. So he whatever the most contrarian thing possible, he takes that position. Not because he actually holds it, but because he likes to get attention for being different or whatever. Yeah. So that's why his name is JKN.
So fuck you guys. Fuck you guys for voting no. I mean, do you guys not even like pumpkin pie? That's what I wonder too.
Yeah, that's wild. So it's wild to say that for sure. Although you did make a great point about pumpkin. Pumpkin doesn't have flavor. You're right.
That was Ben. It's Ben that always says that.
Oh, okay. Well, he made this point, I guess, then. Someone did recently, somewhere. They were like, pumpkin doesn't actually have flavor. What you like about pumpkin spice is actually just like cinnamon, nutmeg, and sugar. Which is true. Because, yeah, like a pumpkin spice latte doesn't taste like pumpkin, because pumpkin doesn't fucking taste like anything, probably. I've never had it. But it does have a texture, so that's relevant for pumpkin pie. But you're not eating pumpkin pie for the pumpkin flavor. You're eating it for the sugar and the texture of the pumpkin, which is quite good, by the way. Pumpkin pie fucks. But like a pumpkin spice latte, yeah, it's a cinnamon nutmeg latte. It doesn't taste like pumpkin, because pumpkin doesn't taste like anything. It's a true point.
Yeah, what is pumpkin spice?
But that doesn't mean pumpkin spice is a bad flavor.
Cinnamon, nutmeg, ginger, cloves, allspice. Okay, yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, that's true. It's like the same people who think they're making the point when they say boneless wings are just chicken nuggets. Like, okay, then call them chicken nuggets. I'm not the fucking restaurant. I'm not the one that calls them boneless wings. I would still order them if they're called fucking chicken nuggets. I don't care. It's the same thing. It's just a different name, yeah. So it's like one of those things. Like, sure, yeah, you know, it's when people think of pumpkin, they think of these flavors. Yes, correct.
Exactly. Yeah, right. Exactly. By the way, though, when people say boneless wings are just chicken nuggets, I disagree, because I've never gotten chicken nuggets that are covered in wet sauce.
Yeah, that's what the difference is supposed to be. Yep.
Yeah, that's
They're
a
also
boneless
thicker.
wing.
They're thicker, bigger chunk of meat usually.
That's also true. Yeah.
Most of the
Chicken
time.
nuggets have a more uniform shape in general, kind of like flat, rectangular almost.
Yeah.
Whereas a boneless wing is more, cylindrical, thicker, like you said. That's true. So yeah, they're not the same thing. And by the way, if they are the same thing, I don't care. Boneless wings do taste worse than bone-in wings. That's true, but the difference is like 10%, and the convenience is worth losing 10% of the extra like flavor or whatever. Because I'm eating wings for the sauce or rub. I'm not eating it for the chicken itself.
And you're eating it for the crisp.
Yeah.
And if their wings aren't crispy, it's an automatic L. That's why I can't believe people can go to like a random pizza place and be like, oh, I want buffalo wings. That's so gross. It's like soggy ass chicken coated in buffalo sauce, which isn't good to begin with. It's not a good combination. I've never understood that. It's disgusting. So like bone-in wings can be good, but they have to be really crispy. And most places just suck at them. And then you kind of, it's a gamble, because you'll go to a lot of places and get wings and there's such little meat on there. It's like, cool, this is all fucking bone.
True.
It's all bone and fat, you know?
That's a good point, too.
It's dog shit. Yeah. That's why if you're getting boneless wings like at Wingstop or something, you know it's going to be just a big-ass piece of chicken.
Yes, that's a good point as well. Yeah, that's a really good point as well. You are getting more chicken per piece in boneless wings, 100%. Yeah. Bates Motel with the $5 super chat. By the way, Pasta Sounds, a new friend of the pod, a new YouTube member, getting access to those live stream VODs without ads Insta on the YouTube channel. Thank you very much. Pasta Sounds, our new friend of the pod. We appreciate that. A membership is $5, so if you want to ask a question, Pasta Sounds, we'll allow you to skip the line as well.
Yeah.
But Bates Motel with the $5 super chat asks, to what extent do you build your loadouts on the basis of the latest meta versus gear that you know well and good that isn't considered viable. Well, you know what I always say, Bates? Comfort over meta.
You don't say
That's
that.
what I always say. I don't say that. There's some TikToker that says that, but
yeah.
What are your thoughts?
I mean, the only way to have fun in this game is by doing well, and usually the only way you do well is by using the meta guns. So yeah, I'm only using meta guns. I don't know. I mean, I'm not out here using like the Lockwood or something, pretending like it'd be fun, because it wouldn't be at all, right? It wouldn't be fun using the Lockwood. You can get on the internet and lie and say like, oh, I had so much fun using this class. You can lie to everybody, but that's not fun using that gun. It's not fun using a bolt action sniper that doesn't one shot to the head. You could use it and make a YouTube video and pretend it is, but you're just lying because it's not fun, right? It's fun to do well, and you do well by using the guns that are the best. So, yeah, I mean, I don't follow like the meta builds or anything usually because I don't like most of them. We've talked about that all year long. I don't like a lot of the attachments they run, so I do my own attachments, but usually if there are a few meta guns, yeah, I'm always using one of those for sure.
Exactly. Yeah. I would say, first of all, it depends on the game, because like in MW19, the meta loadouts were actually correct because it was always the same.
Mm-hmm.
You run the same 5 attachments categories and the same 5 attachments on all the guns. So in that case, I ran the meta guns and loadouts. In MW2 though, yeah, I do follow the meta in terms of what weapon to use most of the time, because those are the best weapons. And like Tanner said, especially with SBMM, you can't not use the best weapons and have fun. You won't. You'll get shit on. But I don't use the meta attachments anymore because, yeah, people just don't know how to build guns with the MW2 attachments. Part of the reason for that is because Infinity Ward is a dogshit trash company and the attachment descriptions make no fucking sense. So part of the problem is there. But another part of the problem is these people that make meta loadouts now, these meta loadout websites often, or Twitter accounts, or TikToks, they don't actually use the gun. They just make shit up and think of what sounds like it would be good together, and then they give it to you. But they've never actually used it, so they don't know that it's in fact dog shit. But there isn't like a uniform 5 attachments to run every single time, really, anymore. Because the attachments make no goddamn sense. Shout out to Infinity Ward anymore. So yeah, I use the meta weapons, but not the meta attachments. No.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, but yeah, that's it. Yeah. So anyway, let's see. Oh, sorry. Let's do some scrolling. I like this one, Nicole. What is the best bar food app? Best bar food appetizer.
Oh, man.
I can't believe we have not been asked for the best appetizer.
I don't like go to bars, and my answer is probably gonna be a little bit different. I'm just kind of basing it off of
bar
what
food.
So just, are we just best appetizer? Okay.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Where are we?
I don't know what bar food appetizer.
Where are we eating?
Either. Ooh. Let's go with Cheesecake Factory because that has a huge assortment of apps.
Yeah, I usually like all of the apps, man. That's hard.
I know.
Mozzarella sticks can be really good at like restaurants, like actual Italian place where they get them nice and crispy and they're big and they're delicious.
Yep. That's in the running. Spinach artichoke dip is in the running, obviously.
Like some sort of truffle fries or something.
Truffle fries are in the mix for sure.
Even like chili cheese fries if you're at like a little rundown actual bar place, maybe something like that.
Yeah. Oh boy, what other apps are really good? Pickle nickels, fried pickles.
Delicious.
I would say those are in the running as well.
Those are fantastic.
Yeah. I mean, let's not forget, is it basic? Sure. Bread and butter. Some restaurants get wild with their bread and butter, and it's very good. It's very good.
Calamari.
For example, Cheesecake Factory, in fact, they have that like black bread.
Brown, but yeah.
Whatever. And it's really fucking good. It's really goddamn good. So, boy. And then some Italian places, like one place near me, it's not a chain. It's just called Joe's Pasta House. That's what it's called. Some guy named Joe owns it, probably. They have an appetizer of bread and like, it's like olive oil and like spices or some shit, like some weird oil thing that you dip the bread in. Holy fuck, it's so good.
Is it oil and so balsamic vinegar?
It's not balsamic, no. It's more like olivey and garlicky than that, but they put more than just those things in.
Interesting.
It's really good as well. But the best one, fuck my ass. I don't know.
Onion rings.
Oh, onion rings, of course, are there too.
Even wings, deviled eggs are really good at flavor. I mean, appetizers are usually just better than the main meal, man. Apps
are so good. Oh my god. I'm tempted to say spinach artichoke dip though.
I'm tempted to say fried pickles with a little dipping sauce.
Dude, Red Robin's campfire mayo, I think is what they call it. It's their pickle sauce, fried pickle sauce.
Yep.
Fuck, it's good, dude. Yeah.
And their onion rings are amazing too. And you get that, and you also use a campfire mayo for that. Yeah, it's insane.
Really good. Yeah.
And then you get to the main course, the burger, and it's a hockey puck for a patty, you know?
Yeah, they do that often, unfortunately. We talked about that on Patreon. Yeah, it's hard. I think I am going to go, though, with... Or how about breadsticks?
Yeah.
You know, we can't forget about breadsticks, obviously.
Yeah, you can't do that, man.
You certainly can't. But I'm going to have to go with spinach and artichoke dip because it's delicious and it's not too filling. Because I think a part of a good app is it doesn't fill me up too much. And I think spinach and artichoke dip does that.
You can't help but get filled up on the apps, though. Oh, Lucille's biscuits.
I'm going to, yeah.
Lucille's biscuits with their
no,
the apple butter, whatever it is.
Oh, you son of a bitch! Yeah, god damn you, dude! I love Lucille's apple butter biscuits. Yeah, fuck.
Lucille's whole lineup of apps is fucking.
Oh
amazing.
No, Lucille's whole menu, man. Let's be clear.
Lucille's is a great chain restaurant.
It's a fantastic little restaurant. Yeah, I forgot about that. Can't forget about Lucille's.
Yeah, what do they got for their
their apple butter and their biscuits are so good, dude. True.
Dude, they have spinach and cheese dip, spinach and artichoke dip.
I'm sure it's
onion
good,
straws,
but I have to get those
eggs,
biscuits if I'm going there.
Dill pickles, nachos, that's another amazing one.
Nachos, loaded nachos maybe. Yeah, true.
Yeah.
True.
I'd rather you
apps
fucking kill me than me have to actually pick one appetizer.
True. Yeah.
They're so good.
Yeah. Dude, those biscuits, oh, that's such a good fucking good comms. God damn it, it's good. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, but no, I'm going to have to say spinach and artichoke dip. Not necessarily because it's the best tasting, but I think it fills the role the best. I think the best tasting, that's so much harder. Oh my God. I don't know. If we can be specific, I might say Lucille's biscuits with the apple butter. Yeah.
It's free too. That's a crazy thing about that one.
Yeah, true. It is free there. Yeah.
It's free as fuck.
God, Lucille's is so good. Wish we had them out here.
You don't even have Lucille's there?
I don't know, but I don't think so. I'll look it up right now, though. Actually.
I'm looking it up.
It's worth looking into.
No, fuck no. In fact, you know what comes up? Dr. Lucille, medical doctor. That's what comes up, man.
Oh, no. Yeah, fuck, we don't.
Yeah, you guys don't have a goddamn thing there.
Wait, where is this? Hold on. Yeah, no, I don't. So cringe.
Your state sucks.
So cringe.
Oh, you don't even have one in the state.
Trash. Yeah.
Wait, is Lucille's just a West Coast thing? No.
It looks like it, yeah.
Really?
I pulled up it on Google Maps. It's like all in California, and there's like one in Arizona. Dude, you know what else Lucille's has is really good? Their lemonade. They have like flavored lemonades. They have like peach lemonade and shit, and they like do it themselves. It's really good, actually. If you had to pick an app, what are you picking, buddy?
Yeah, wow.
Little pussy.
That's crazy. I thought they were all over the place. I thought Lucille's was a known big chain. Wow. That's blowing my mind right now.
Yeah, shit on.
That's crazy. Wow. Yeah, probably the fried pickles.
It's the worst thing that's ever happened to me. Yeah.
Yeah, Lucille sounds good.
Oh,
Lucille
dude, El
good.
Torito little fucking cornball things.
El Torito's
cornbread
not
balls.
good.
I only remember the little cornbread balls they have, and they're really good. It's another little app, but anyway. I'm starving now. Holy shit, man. This boy could eat.
Yeah.
Anyway, great question. Very difficult, though. Crash Games, the $5 super chat, skipping the line, asks, Raz S&D stream win? Never.
Got it.
Not happening.
Wow, man.
Not doing that. If you want to play S&D with me, just for you, I will play some S&D with you. I won't be streaming it. You're welcome to. But I would run with you. But also, not in November. I'll be doing camo grinds. I won't be playing Search with you or anyone else. But in December and beyond, yeah, we could play some Search. I won't be, once again, let me be clear. I won't be streaming it, but I'll play with you. Yeah. And thank you for the $5 super chat, buddy.
This stream is bullshit. True.
Yeah, well.
Very true, man.
Get super. Hey, Crash, why don't you want to play Search with Tanner? Why don't you ask him?
Because you hate it. Because you hate it. That's why. You openly
so he just
hate
wants me to
Search.
do something I hate.
Yeah, that's what most people want you to do.
Well, fuck off.
Okay.
I love Search, actually. Anyway. What time are we at here?
150. We're doing one more. We're doing Nicole's.
Pick.
And hold on. Before we ask this question, I need to look up what this thing is. Because there's this thing in San Francisco that's an item like one of those on that list, and it was one of the coolest things I've ever been to. I need to figure out what it was.
Okay, I'll read the question. Nicole, which would you rather visit? A museum, a planetarium, an aquarium, an amusement park, or a zoo?
Oh, this place I'm thinking of in San Francisco is literally all of them in one. That's why it's so cool. It's called the California Academy of Science, and it is.
Oh, that sounds like a cool place to go.
So fucking dope. And I'm zooming in. I'm looking at it on Google, and yeah, there's a planetarium there.
What is a planetarium? I don't know what that is.
It's like the Star Show shit, where like you go in and like you sit in a chair and they like show you stars. I don't know.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
But this place, I need to like show you. I need to send you a picture of how cool this place is.
Okay, yeah. This is like It's Always Sunny, the planetarium.
It feels like you're in a rainforest when you go into the California Science Center thing.
Okay.
Like it's these massive domes of just like rainforest shit. It's very, very cool. There's no easy way to send this picture. It's on Google. Never mind. But anyways, so yeah, I guess I don't have an answer because it's all of them in one. Of these ones on the list, why is amusement park in there? That just hit me. What is wrong with you, Nicole?
Yeah, that is weird,
that doesn't
right?
belong. Yeah, that doesn't. So I'm gonna ignore that one. We're ignoring it.
No, it belongs because it's an outing for like a day.
Okay, well, if I want to have fun, I'm going to go to an amusement park. Of course, yes. That's going to be the most fun, probably.
I don't know.
I think my answer, I think aquarium. I think an aquarium is more interesting than a zoo.
I completely agree, yeah. Zoos are literally depressing to me. I get sad. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I get sad going to zoos. I don't want to go. And by the way, if SeaWorld counts as an aquarium, I take it back. Because the animals there are too smart. But an aquarium with dumb fucking fish or whatever, yeah, that's cool. That's very cool.
Monterey has a dope aquarium. The Monterey Bay is one of the well-known ones here in California.
Okay. The Long Beach Aquarium, too. I've been there a couple times.
I think I've been there on a field trip when I was younger, yeah.
Right, yeah. And that place is fucking cool. You like walk through halls, you see like sharks and fish and shit, and you don't feel bad for them because they're fish. I mean, I'll drop cyanide in their tank. I don't care. They're
Jesus
fish.
Christ, man.
But like zoos, yeah, they're too big.
It's sad.
Yeah, they're too big and smart and sad.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to see some mammal going fucking insane in a cage. Like, zoos are weird.
Yeah.
But I don't remember when I've probably been to a museum in my life. Don't remember when though. But I would like to go to a museum as an adult because I feel like that could be quite interesting.
You haven't been to a museum that you can think of? That's crazy.
No, not in recent memory. But like getting a tour at a museum would be cool.
I would
like that a lot.
Literally, the last time we went on an off-roading trip, I went to 2 museums because on the way there, we stopped at some like train museum, and then on the way back, we stopped at a World War II museum. The
World War II one must have been
No,
dope.
I've been to 3 recently. I went to a World War II one in Bishop, or outside of Bishop. No, I'm thinking of 2 different things. It's the George Patton Museum, who was a World War II Army general. He was like a tank commander. So they had a bunch of tanks there. The inside area was really cool. A bunch of old World War II guns.
Did you get a tour?
No, it was like self-guided. It's like a whole rundown of World War I to World War II, essentially, like a whole time span, like showing what happened this year and what was going on, and all the pictures, like Nazi uniforms, like actual like original stuff. It was cool.
That is cool. Yeah, I would like to go to a museum. I would want a tour though, especially if you get like a good tour guide. You could ask them shit.
That's the thing.
And
they get boring.
That would be cool.
They get boring, I think. Yeah. I like just reading it myself. I guess it depends where you are. This place was small, so you didn't need a guided anything. But.
Yeah. Yeah, it would depend on the guide too, to be fair. Because if they're like a shit guide, then then they would just slow you down. If they were good, it would be cool.
Did you never go to like do you guys ever have a school trip to like DC or anything?
We did.
So you didn't go to anything there?
I mean, it was for 5th grade. I don't remember much of it. I probably did though. Yeah.
Like the Smithsonian.
That's what I'm saying. I've probably been to a museum. Yeah. I just don't remember.
Yeah, I guess that was a long time ago now. Ours was 8th grade. Yeah. They're all cool though. I haven't been to a zoo in a long ass time.
Yeah, I haven't either. It's been at least 10 years. I have a vague recollection of being at a zoo. I don't know where I was though.
Yeah.
I might have been like somewhere in NorCal actually.
I want to go to the wild animal safari in San Diego. That I heard is dope.
A safari?
That's what they call it.
Really? What animals are around?
It's like part of the San Diego Zoo, but it's like their safari part of the zoo. I don't know, but it's like, but you sit on like a train or a fucking car that rolls through it, and like, these big open areas supposed to be, Africa essentially, big open plains and stuff, and it's like right in downtown San Diego in like a big park or something. Looks dope though. I've heard really good things about that.
San Diego's such a good city. It's such a goated city. God, I love San Diego. It's just nice. At least when I went.
I mean, it's disgusting, but it's not. It's no LA. Yeah, it's disgusting, but it's not even close to LA.
I remember it being really clean and rich. That's what I remember about it.
Yeah, you probably weren't in actual San Diego. I mean, like, it's same thing. Downtown San Diego is like homeless people
like downtown LA.
Sleeping on the streets. Just not nearly to the level of LA, but it's similar.
Yeah,
it'll be there soon, probably.
5 years ago, maybe. So yeah, it'll get there for sure. It's in California after all.
Yeah,
it'll be ruined soon. So
yeah.
All right, I'm done. Thanks for watching and listening. Hope you guys enjoyed it. We will be back next week. Yeah, like Tanner said, keep your eyes on the schedule for next week because We might be changing things up because the campaign early access comes out next week. Did you pre-order, by the way?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
So that's how I did play the beta early.
Oh yeah, that's right. So yeah, keep your eyes on the schedule. It might be the same. It might be different. I don't know. I don't know if anyone knows exactly when the campaign launches, but I want to get in on that right away. So we'll see. But next week we'll be back to like fire episodes full of content. I'm sure next Saturday, for example, we'll be talking about the campaign. That'll be fun. I actually really enjoyed doing that episode last year. I had more fun talking about the campaign than I expected to last year, actually. And I'm sure that'll continue this year. And playing the campaign, we'll get an idea for the general feel of the game, mechanics. We'll learn some more weapons that are going to be in like multiplayer. So that'll be really interesting.
Yeah, that's true. The guns.
Even if you don't play campaign, I think that'll be interesting.
Yeah.
Because we'll probably learn more about like even perks too, or kill streaks, because those are in the campaign. So a lot of good stuff to get into next Saturday, and then next Thursday and or Friday or Wednesday, whenever we do our news pod, we should have some info as well on MW3 to talk about. Maybe that we'll do on Friday, so the campaign is out, so we can talk about what is revealed through the campaign, like extra kill streaks that we didn't know about or something like that. But we'll see. Keep your eyes on the schedule. Follow us on Twitter at the Dropshot Pod. Join the fucking Discord. Patreon free trials for the rest of October. So if you want to get in on that, you're running out of time. And stay humble.
Stay humble.